25 years, the smartest 30 minutes on television. From the campus of Wake Tech Community College, get your crania in gear. It's time to play Brain Game.
Competing today are Broughton High School and Raleigh Charter High School. Fist bumps all around. There we go. Good job. Good extension. Way to go. All right. Well, high five, everybody. Hello and welcome to Brain Game. I'm your host, Mark Roberts. Welcome, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us here at Wake Tech's Northern Campus. We're in round 2 of the Brain Game playoffs, so those are some big doings right there, with the winning team advancing to the semifinals. Let's get started and meet the players who are here to play today. First up, from Raleigh Charter School, we have Dan, Aditya, and Nile. That is Raleigh Charter High School, everyone. And from Broughton High in Raleigh, we have Kaylin, Jack, and Brandon. That is Broughton High, everyone. Players, remember, correct answers in Brain Game score you 20 points. An incorrect answer or failure to answer in the allotted time will cost you 20 points and sweep any category for a 20-point bonus. Let's get the game underway with some world building. Players, in today's pop-up culture, we're asking questions about fictional maps and countries from popular books, movies, and TV shows. So let's begin pop-up culture fictional maps and countries with Team 1, Raleigh Charter. Here we go. One of several lands accessible from the wood between the worlds. It's the location of the Cair Paravel and Aslan's return.
I think so. Yeah, Narnia. Our team's answer is Narnia.
Narnia is correct. All right, sticking here with Raleigh Charter. Mount Doom, Rivendell, and the Shire are all locations in what expansive region?
Middle Earth. Is it? Yeah, it is. Our team's answer is Middle Earth.
Middle Earth is the place. And let's round out pop-up culture with Raleigh Charter, the historical enemy of Gilder. What country is home to the fire swamps and Buttercup in The Princess Bride?
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Broughton if you want to try.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is Florin. All right, now let's segue over to Broughton and do pop-up culture with you. Here we go. In The Princess Diaries, Mia Thermopolis discovers she is heir to the throne of what European country?
Our team's answer is Genovia.
That is correct. It's the capital of the 7 Kingdoms and the home of the Iron Throne. What is this city from Game of Thrones?
Our team's answer is pass.
That goes over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is King's Landing. All right, we're going to stick with Broughton here. Drusselstein is the home to arch-villain Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. In what Disney Channel cartoon?
Our team's answer is Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb is correct. Good job over there. All right, if we're talking Phineas and Ferb, we have to mention Perry the Platypus, of course. He's a real crowd favorite on that show. Love to just say platypus sometimes. Let's get back to reality now with headliners. Players, we've got 6 questions today, all coming from U.S. politics. We'll find out who's staying current with the news, and each team will start with a visual clue. So let's get into headliners with Raleigh Charter. At the White House, it's her job to answer reporters' questions or not. Who is the current White House press secretary?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is Corinne Jean-Pierre.
That is correct. All right, we are sticking now, again, right here. We are back with Raleigh Charter. Sarah Huckabee Sanders gave the GOP response to President Biden's State of the Union address. Of what state is she the governor?
Our team's answer is Arkansas.
Arkansas is right. And let's round this out with Raleigh Charter. He was mayor of South Bend, ran an unsuccessful presidential campaign, and is now the Secretary of Transportation. Name him.
Our team's answer is Pete Buttigieg.
Buttigieg is right. Okay, now let's do headliners with Broughton. He was the Pentagon press secretary in the Biden and Obama administrations. Now he is with the National Security Council. Name this retired rear admiral.
Our team's answer is John Kirby.
That's the guy. All right, we're sticking with Broughton now. In January, Jim Jordan became the new chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. What state does he represent?
Our team's answer is Ohio.
Ohio is right. And let's round out headliners with Broughton. Earlier this year, articles of impeachment were filed against him in the House. Who is the current Homeland Security Secretary?
Our team's answer is Alexander Mayorkas.
Judges? We will accept that answer. Mayorkas is correct. All right, we've got the current events out of the way. Now let's take a trip down I-95. For our next category, across America, we're getting to know our neighbors to the south. South Carolina, from the upstate to the low country, we've got the Palmetto State covered. All right, we're going to start across America with team number 1, Raleigh Charter. Confederates fired on what location in Charleston Harbor that marked the beginning of the Civil War?
Our team's answer is Fort Sumter.
That's right. By what name is the Military College of South Carolina more commonly known?
Our team's answer is the Citadel.
Citadel is right. And let's round out across America with Raleigh Charter. What German automaker manufactures its ultimate driving machines in Spartanburg?
Our team's answer is BMW.
BMW is the brand. All right, now we're going across America with Broughton. Named for the Revolutionary War hero called the Swamp Fox. What is the largest lake in South Carolina?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Lake Marion is the lake we're looking for. All right, we're back with Broughton, located in the upstate region. What is the second largest public university in South Carolina?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
The answer we're looking for there is Clemson. And rounding out across America with Broughton, answer this question correctly and you may earn a star. What French tire maker has its North American headquarters in Greenville, South Carolina?
What's it called? Michelin. Oh, yeah. Our team's answer is Michelin.
Michelin is right. And again, those Michelin stars were awarded to restaurants as a way to get people to drive more, to eat out, and wear down their tires, too. But good job over there. Players, we've made it to our first break. That's a good accomplishment. When Brain Game returns, we're headed to the woods for a bear edition of Word Power, plus Arts and Lit. We will be right back, everyone.
Man, it's lonely. Like, going through life lonely.
There is the therapeutic aspect of music, just expressing how you feel. I'm going to talk to Howie about his feelings, make it into a song.
Call it drive, call it motivation, or even determination. We all have a spark, something that burns within, a drive to prove ourselves, motivation to succeed, determination to prove them wrong, a spark to do the unexpected. It's time to fuel that spark, ignite your future. Wake Tech.
In keeping with the FCC regulations regarding children's television programming, WRAL's Children's Programming Report documenting our compliance is available for viewing in the station's online public file, located on the FCC's website at stations.fcc.gov. The Children's Television Programming Report is also available for public viewing during our normal business hours, Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. WRAL TV is located at 2619 Western Boulevard in Raleigh.
Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. After the first round of play, got a good game going up here. The scores are as follows. Raleigh Charter on the board at 160. Broughton on the board at 160. Again, with my math calculations, that is a tie at this point of the game. Today's winning team will advance to the semifinals, but even if you don't win, you can earn enough points and grab a wild card spot. So not everyone's ducking out after today. Let's get to our next category, which is word power. All correct answers will contain homophones of the word bear. So we want to hear the word bear in your responses. So let's begin bear homophones with Team 1, Raleigh Charter. Get this wrong, and you'll be ashamed to show your face, or you may do this 9-letter word to yourself.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is embarrass.
Embarrass is correct. All right, we're back with Raleigh Charter. The use of puns on this show are impossible to tolerate. You might say they are this 10-letter word.
Yeah, yes.
Our team's answer is unbearable.
That's correct. And rounding out word power for Raleigh Charter, this six-letter word can be used to describe an area where there is no vegetation. A forest fire may produce this condition.
Our team's answer is barren.
Barren is right. All right, now we're over to Broughton for word power bare homophones. This six-letter word is a synonym for almost.
All right, our team's answer is barely.
Barely is correct. Concord is the seat of this 8-letter North Carolina county near Charlotte. Need something over there, Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Cabarrus. And last word power for Broughton, bananas, tomatoes, avocados, and oranges are technically this 5-letter kind of fruit.
Our team's answer is berry.
Berry is correct. Well, barring any changes, we've got 25 questions left, so still a lot of game to go. Our next category now, arts and literature players. We're looking at artists from around the world. Let's start in Scandinavia with a visual clue. This goes to Raleigh Charter. His birthday, December 8, is celebrated as the Day of Finnish Music. Who is this composer of Finlandia? A tone poem depicting the struggle of the Finnish people.
Our team's answer is Sibelius.
That is right. Question 2 now for Raleigh Charter. The biographical play Young, Gifted, and Black is based on the writings of what author of the play A Raisin in the Sun?
Our team's answer is Hansberry.
That is right. And rounding out arts and lit with Raleigh Charter, the Connemara type from Ireland is pale green. The Carrara type from Italy is usually white. What is this sculpting medium?
Our team's answer is plaster.
That is incorrect. Broughton, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is marble.
Marble, the answer we're looking for. All right, now we're with Broughton for Arts and Lit. What Russian composer is known for his opera version of Romeo and Juliet and the symphonic poem Peter and the Wolf?
Defer to Kaylin.
Our team's answer is Tchaikovsky.
That is incorrect. Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is Prokofiev.
Prokofiev is Sergei. Yes, you're right. Now, we are sticking with Arts and Lit with Broughton. His poem, titled Harlem, asks the question, what happens to a dream deferred? Name this leader of the Harlem Renaissance.
Our team's answer is Langston Hughes.
That is the guy. And rounding out Arts and Lit, for Broughton, what kind of paint often uses water-soluble binders today, but historically used egg yolks as a binder?
Our team's answer is watercolor.
That is incorrect. Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is tempura. All right, we have passed the halfway point, but still a lot of points out there, players. In Name Game, we're covering Black American activists, plus crunching numbers and rocket science. Brain Game will be right back, everyone.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. if I'm really free. Take me down to the river and walk.
Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. Got another good one going up here at Wake Tech. After the second round of play, we have Raleigh Charter on the board at 240, and Broughton is in there at 220. We would like to now welcome to the game. Ivan is now in the game for Raleigh Charter. Let's welcome Ivan to the game, shall we? We are down to our last three categories before the final round, and one of these teams will be advancing to the semifinals. In today's name game, we're focused on Black American activists. We'll have questions covering the past and the present, so some answers will be the names of people in the history books, others you might see posting on social media. So we will begin Black American activists with Raleigh Charter. He led the Moral Monday protest at the North Carolina legislature and now chairs the Poor People's Campaign. Who is this minister?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Okay, our team's answer is pass.
The answer we're looking for there is William Barber. All right, next one for Raleigh Charter. This journalist exposed the practice of lynching in her reporting and founded the first black kindergarten in Chicago.
No.
Need something, Raleigh Charter?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
Ida B. Wells is the answer. Now, we're back to Raleigh Charter for one more. He helped found the NAACP in 1909 and is the author of the collection of essays, The Souls of Black Folk.
Our team's answer is W.E.B. Du Bois.
That is the guy. All right, you got that. Let's move over now to Broughton. A graduate of NC University, he ran for president in 1984 and 1988 and is the founder of Operation Push and the Rainbow Coalition.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Jesse Jackson is the answer there. Now, we are back with Broughton. He founded the Black Panther Party in 1966 and advocated for black self-defense.
Our team's answer is pass.
Raleigh Charter, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is Huey Newton.
That is the person. You got it. All right, we're sticking with Broughton for one more in name game. An advocate for the abolition of policing in prisons. He was ostracized from professional football after kneeling during the national anthem.
Our team's answer is Colin Kaepernick.
That's correct. All right, players, pencils and scratch paper at the ready. It's time for crunching numbers. Remember, you now have twice as much time to answer these math problems. If you get stumped, you can always pass to the other team. So everyone should be working on a possible answer here. Human calculators. Here we go with crunching numbers. We'll start with Raleigh Charter. For the parabola, y equals negative x squared plus 2x plus 8, what is its maximum value? Whole lot of calculating going on.
8, so it's 9. Yeah, got 9. Our team's answer is 9.
9 is correct. All right, let's stick with Raleigh Charter. If the sine of theta degrees is 3/5, then what is the tangent of 90 minus theta degrees? Theta degrees.
It's 4 over 3. 4 over 3. Our team's answer is 4 over 3.
That is correct. And let's round out crunching numbers with Raleigh Charter. Of parallelogram, rhombus, and isosceles trapezoid, which type of quadrilateral must have congruent diagonals?
Congruent diagonals. Oh, it's going to be a wait, congruent diagonals, rhombus, right? Or no? Wait, none of these. Right?
Need something, Raleigh Charter? Anything? Need something.
Our team's answer is pass.
All right, Broughton.
Okay. Our team's answer is isosceles trapezoid.
That is correct. All right, now we're going to roll on to Broughton High doing crunching numbers. Given the polynomial x cubed plus 4x squared plus 9x plus 36, What is the irreducible quadratic factor?
Our team's answer is x squared plus 4.
That is incorrect. Raleigh Charter, would you like to try?
Our team's answer is pass.
X2 plus 9, the answer we're looking for. Now we're back over to Broughton. If the letters B, R, A, I, N are randomly selected without replacement and arranged in the order of their selection from left to right, what is the probability that they would spell the word brain?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter, if you would like to try.
Our team's answer is 1 over 120.
That is correct. All right, last crunching numbers, this one for Broughton. The graph of the equation 16x squared plus 25y squared equals 400 is what kind of conic section?
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is ellipse.
Ellipse is right. All right, we've all made it through the difficult math portion of Brain Game. We're on now to rocket science. The last 6 questions before the final round. We're covering astronomy, chemistry, and biology. Remember, work together and good luck. We're starting rocket science with Raleigh Charter. What designation is given Pluto, Haumea, and Ceres, along with the other solar system bodies of similar size?
Our team's answer is dwarf planet.
That's right. Mixtures like smoke, gels, and aerosols are all known by what collective term? Anything, Raleigh Charter, on that one?
Pass. Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Broughton.
Our team's answer is pass.
All right, answer we're looking for there is colloids. Now, last rocket science for Raleigh Charter. From the Greek word for good and kernel comes this word for the domain of organisms with cell walls and nuclei.
Eukarya, yeah. Our team's answer is eukarya.
Those are the right oats, eukaryotes. You are correct. Now, we're going on to Team 2, Broughton High, for rocket science. This location for Mercury moves so much, it took relativity to explain it. What is this point in an object's orbit where it is closest to the sun?
Oh, it's perihelion. All right. Our team's answer is perihelion.
That is right. And next one, molecules like methane, CH4, have what shape featuring 4 triangular faces?
Okay. Our team's answer is tetrahedron.
That is right. And last rocket science for Broughton. This term describes a small spherical group of cells containing a cavity. Teeth, eggs, and hair are all produced in different types of them.
Our team's answer is pass.
Over to Raleigh Charter.
Our team's answer is pass.
Answer we're looking for there is follicle. All right, great job, teams. You've made it to the final question. It's been a road trip, hasn't it? When Brain Game returns, you've got a globetrotting question that will test your knowledge of the ABCs. And we'll find out which one of these 2 teams will advance to the next round of the playoffs. Brain Game will be right back, everyone.
My mom and dad were traditional Asian parents. My father would go to work before I woke up in the morning, and then he would come home too tired to play with me. I tell my son, I love you every single day. Now, my dad has never said that to me. Not because he doesn't love me, but because culturally it wasn't comfortable for him. So I teased him the other day and I said, how come you never say that to me? And he said, you're too old now. Now that he's a grandfather, he says, I love you to my son every time he sees him. My advice to all the fathers out there, forget the material things, forget the cultural restrictions. They grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious minute or moment.
Say bye crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to Brain Game, everyone. We hope you're playing along at home on your TV or your favorite device, because this is a good game going on here today. If you want more information about the smartest 30 minutes on television, go to WRAL.com and type in the search words Brain Game for the season schedule, final scores, and even to watch past episodes. As mentioned, that regular round of play ended with Raleigh Charter on the board at 400. Broughton is in there at 280. Up to 100 points are now on the table, and it all comes down to our game's all-important final question. Each team determined how much to risk on globetrotting during the break. Teams, here is your final question. What Central Asian country is scheduled to transition from a Cyrillic to a Latin-based alphabet this year? Its name will now start with a Q. Players, you have 30 seconds to deliberate.
Okay, we're thinking like Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. Mongolia does have Cyrillic.
Stay tuned. The final answer and the final scores when Brain Game returns.
Here's Grandma Florence after that flood wiped out the whole neighborhood. Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Your family is your legacy. Planning for a natural disaster will make sure you're all safe. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today.
Is it time yet?
It's time.
Let's start time for dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.